My chest fucking squeaky. Stop. Why am I shivering again? God damn it! There's way to go. Welcome in, everybody, to the Spooky X Martos podcast hour. I am your host, MartosVEVO, and I am joined with co-host Spooky Mulder. Spooky, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Hello.
Hello. Now,
Hello.
I wish to apologize to both my co-host and the viewers. Even though it wasn't like that late, in my mind, I'm like, oh, we start at 6, and then I didn't think to guess myself until I got a message at 5 o'clock from Spooky, like, where are you, dude? And I'm like, oh, wait.
Bro has forgotten that we always start at 5.
So yes,
Bro is kind of silly.
just a wee bit. How are we all doing today? Tankstra, Stu, Faffy, welcome into you guys, and it is Spooky and Martos. We're back after a few weeks off. Unfortunately, life stuff had gotten in the way, and we're finally back, which is just fantastic. And today's topic, we're talking about D&D. Round of applause, please. Q. Big flashing round of applause thing. Not a boo one, but thank you.
Yeah.
And
That's
very
my best.
welcome into you. Sorry?
That's my best attempt at it.
No, you did perfect.
Woo, woo, woo.
I know for a fact that D&D holds a big place in a lot of our community. Not so much as that I talk about D&D or play D&D on stream. I just know all of you are a bunch of nerds. Endearingly, I mean.
Okay, fuck off.
And I know Spooky, you're a big on D&D, aren't you? So you.
I mean, yeah, it's my job. So like,
Yeah.
Could you imagine if my job is literally Dungeons and Dragons and yet I fucking hate it?
I could imagine. I'm sure, like.
I know. Yeah. Sometimes I question it, especially when I'm at work, because I'm at work I am expecting people to be like not very like thoughtful, or sometimes they overthink things. It's really cool because they're new players. It's when I'm running my campaign
Yeah.
and I'm sitting there for an hour as my friends debate how they should go into this cave, even though it's literally you just go in. They're just like, we should set a trap. No, we should cast this spell. Okay, no, so we'll come up with like a specific order, and then we'll do this. And I'm like, guys, you can just walk into the cave, please. Please, I'm so tired.
I haven't DM'd a lot, but the few times I have, it's been one of my favorite experiences. Like, and you feel the same way as a player, because as a DM, you try to, surprise the players with like certain things. And then, but like some things you just want, to be simple, like you said, like just walking into a cave. And then I know, like as a player, I feel for them, like constantly overthinking everything. Like which new fucked up method of torture is our DM gonna fuck with us this time?
Well, okay. See, what I used to do is I used to, dumb down some of the enemies a bit, and then they still almost all died. But that was their fault, not mine. So then I've decided that I'm not doing that anymore. But actually, in the last game we did, which was on Tuesday, we went for about 6 hours, no combat.
Wow.
There was an encounter they got to it, and they were like, no, we're not going in that room. Fuck that. And they left. And I'm like, honestly, good idea. And for an hour late because my party decided to take a long rest. Oh.
Welcome in before I forget.
Yeah, never trust players.
How you guys doing?
You can never trust players to make decisions. One of the things that I always tell people when they start DMing is, do not plan like a fully linear story. You cannot do that. Literally just have like the general story in your idea, the location, put them in the location and see what happens, because you're not going to be able to control or predict anything they do, because you try to do that and then you've got someone playing as Ed Sheeran lactating on a burning building.
Yep, that's completely right. No comments. Mods, could we get a quote on Ed Sheeran lactating on a burning building, was it?
Yeah. Call me a building, what? Faffy! Of the people you're gonna sim for, it's Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran is the one. Oh my god. What are you, Homelander? Get out of here.
And Loki, welcome into you as well. How you doing, Loki? Everybody, I'm gonna shout out Spooky before we start as well. Before we officially start. Spooky's gonna start.
Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
She is my co-host today, and she is beginning her own streaming journey to
At some point.
be decided. TBD.
To be decided. Listen, I keep going. I'm gonna do this, and then and then I've got like some other crazy thing that's happening.
Yep.
But I've got 2 weeks in August where I'm pretty much not allowed to do anything, so probably then.
Let's fucking go! Let's go! I'm excited. I'm excited.
I mean, yeah, I've run out of like Real Housewives to watch, so what else am I gonna do?
That's actually why I started.
I never thought that could be done, but. Oh yeah, who's your favorite housewife?
No, I was gonna say not like Housewives though, like a different show. I'm sorry. I didn't. I'm sorry. I follow Spooky. Thank you. Your service is noted. I guess I don't know. Thank you for your service. Alright. So, D&D. We've got a few topics to cover about D&D, and as always, my friends, this is an interactive show. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything about D&D, I was gonna say we're not professionals, but Spooky is actually a professional on D&D.
Yeah, fuck out of here. I'm a professional.
I'm the only not professional here, so please take all of your questions to Spooky. This is both serious, unserious, satirical, funny, loosey-goosey.
Stupid or serious, who cares? Stupid and serious.
It's all of it.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who's like one person that you've met or like know of and is like, that's the definition of like so stupid, but so stupidly serious?
You?
Me?
Or Sam? Oh wait, no, Sam. Oh wait, no. I realize now what you were saying. I don't mean like stupid as in like you don't know things. I mean stupid in like act stupid, act silly Billy. I'd say it's Sam probably because he's trolling like 24/7, but he does it in such a serious way.
Oh yeah.
So hard to say. What's your opinion on my last plans playing a 12-year-old and you only knew Fireball? Well, that's crazy. Considering Fireball is like a higher level spell, what the fuck did you do for the first couple levels? Like, could you imagine you're playing a campaign and there's someone and they're like, I actually don't know any spells. You're a wizard. Yeah, but I gotta wait until like level 7, so...
So true. Maybe they're just like imitating Fireball. Just like, I don't know what you could do though. Just got like bottles of oil in their pockets or something. Just throwing them. Molotovs?
The range of Fireball would not be a Molotov.
That's true.
It'd be like 3 oil barrels. So it's the 3rd level spell, so you'd be able to know it at like level 5.
Yeah.
See, me personally, I'm conflicted on that tank because on the one hand, Fireball is incredibly powerful and you would just be able to go through all the first encounters really quickly, which would make it, maybe not as fun for like your fellow players or maybe the DM, depending on how you go about it. But once you get to like level 5 and then you everyone else unlocks 3rd level spells, then you're no longer, the one carrying the party through every encounter. Now they can, because they can do multiple level 3 spells. And then you'll keep leveling up and you're stuck at Fireball. They casted it in melee range? No! They did the memes!
That's so good. Holy shit,
I think it depends on what level you start at and if everyone's okay with it. Like if all the players are okay with it and like some of them also have like similar kind of gimmicks, then I think it's fine. But if they're just like kind of being the usual, like game, I could deal 7 dice of damage in 1 turn plus 1 reaction. Jeez, what were you playing as? What, like a fighter multi-class? Oh, he knew how big the room was. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I've done that in some games. But I've done it not just because I'm like, I want to blow everyone up. I've done it for, reasons that I cannot say. Because, there are some things you don't say on the internet.
Oh? Well.
That sounds really ominous. What?
Anyway, if you want to hear
classified
about
information.
more of Spooky's classified plots, sub to my channel. You get access to a secret channel in my Discord. Not a shameless plug, by the way. We talk about explosives and other things.
Yeah, and other things.
And other things. Thank you for the lurk, Loki. You enjoy your homework. So D&D. We've got a list of topics down. What we're covering today is new classes and races we would introduce. What character class stat combo we think we'd be as individuals.
Oh, I already know the correct answer for both of us.
And then we're doing the same for the other person. And I'm terrified for that because I know Spooky is objectively right when it comes to character classifications. So really this is going to be a game of how close I can get to Spooky. And then we're also talking about the new edition that will be coming out. If it's a sorcerer, you could safely cast it. True.
Okay, what class are you? Geez, based on all the information I'm getting from you, I really liked you were talking about one of your Pathfinder character, kind of like that. I don't know enough information directly to be about you. You were playing whatever race. Oh, so you were playing a. Wait. Oh, so you were playing a tiefling monk sorcerer. Use a turn and a cantrip to read my hands in a fire to deal unarmed strike plus 1d6. That's cool.
Damn.
Yeah. I forgot.
I forgot.
Yeah. I forgot. I forgot a lot of things.
I'd be out here forgoring.
I'd be out here forgoring. 1 like equals 1 forgore in the chat.
So real. Can we get a forgore in the chat, please? Oh, that's what I should do as well. I forgot to give you guys your allowance, my fucking child payment. So have some MartosVEVO coins, everyone. There you go. I love inflating the economy.
Inflation.
The rate of MartosVEVO coins per stream is like 1 per minute. So me casually giving everybody 300k every stream is probably not healthy, but it should be fine. Well, where should we begin? Spooky X Mulder.
I don't know. Where do you want to begin?
That's a great question. And Herb, welcome into you. How you doing, Herb? I mean, I guess at the start, at the top, new class we could introduce. So D&D, great variety of classes. In the current 5th edition, there are 13.
Well, there are 12 official, and Artificer technically isn't one of those.
Not true. They're a DLC class.
Yes.
So 12
Artifice is
official.
never included in Player Handbook. It's not even going to be included in the new one.
Really?
No.
That's awful. It sucks, dude. What the hell?
It's kind of funny, though.
That really sucks. I love the premise of Artificer. Just being able to
same.
Silly little gadgets. Really just pushing the fucking boundaries of your DM. Being like, hey, can I make this fuck off like laser weapon when I like hit max level? And be like, yeah.
I mean, there are official laser weapon stats.
True. True. So, would you like to start, or do you want me to start on like a class?
I don't know what a class I would make is. I think there are so many cool ones.
Yeah.
If it didn't already exist, I like the premise of Blood Hunter.
Yeah.
That already exists, but I quite like it. You know, making that pact to get vengeance and that kind of fueling your abilities. That's cool. It's kind of like a Paladin Oath of Vengeance, but different. I don't really know how to explain it. But it's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun if there was one where you could turn into a ghost. I don't even know what that would be.
Oh, that sounds
But one where you could turn
awesome.
into a ghost would be really fun.
Yeah, holy shit.
Kind of like, like a spiritual, amount focused class, like a rider.
I don't think
I
they-
mean, any character can ride a horse. You don't need horse proficiency doesn't exist. Yeah, wraith class. Now that's a good name for it. Horse guys, double tap now if you have horse proficiency. Yeah, I feel like wraith could even be just like a subclass of so many different ones. Like rogue, for example, you know, turning into like into a ghost pretty much to be able to sneak around. That'd be cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What about you?
I
Or
mean-
one where you could like turn into rocks.
Oh, that'd be
You
dope
just like
as
become
fuck.
like a pile of rocks. I'd like that. That's all you can do. A rock, and you just turn into a rock. And as you level up, your pile can get bigger, and that's it.
Do you get choices of different like rocks you can choose, or are you just locked in the one type?
The different kinds of rocks, those are the subclasses. Like, oh, I'm gonna be limestone. I'm gonna be basalt.
Dude, I can't wait. To
There's
play
no
this
specific
granite pile of
perks. It's
rocks,
just
holy
purely like
shit.
aesthetic. Oh, that'd be so funny.
Dude, the
Battle Radiant.
marble.
No. Just no. It's too much indoor battling. Yeah.
Did you see the
I
new
think-
marble subclass they added in the recent book? Looks like it's gonna break.
Oh.
To be honest.
Oh, absolutely. Bro. I mean, technically polymorph exists, so I could hypothetically one day turn into a pile of rocks, but
Oh.
where's the fun if that's a spell and not just like your only ability? If my rock is obsidian, can I turn my... No, you can only turn yourself into a pile of rocks. Someone else could take your rock and turn it into an obsidian. If they, like, wanted to. But you have no control. Like, once you're a rock, you can't move or anything. You can only turn into a rock, and then turn back out of a rock. That's it. So you could be like, I'm gonna turn myself into, like, obsidian, so then take one of my rocks, and turn me into a weapon. You know, and you could tell that to your party member and then turn into a rock. But aside from that, that's pretty much it.
I fuck with.
Anyway, what's your ideas?
I mean, I was thinking about it, and like, I think classes are so like unique. You've sort of covered all bases, right? It doesn't feel like you could really come up with. For me, at least, it doesn't feel like you could come up with anything that could be like not a subclass. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like everything sort of can be anything.
There's a lot of like cool classes that people have made. You know, obviously you've got like your gunslinger.
Oh,
That's a cool one.
banger.
You've got like your shape-shifting ones. You got your alchemist ones. But again, so many people know. What if someone takes all your rocks? Well, then I don't know, man. Would you turn back? Yeah, you would still turn back. You would just turn back from the pile of rock dust.
Hell yeah. What happens
If a child puts you in their pocket, then just turn back into like you and break the pocket, and then I don't know, spit on the child or something. Someone takes all your rocks.
Another quote, please. Spit on the Child by Spooky Mulder.
Mechanically separate. Yeah, exactly. A lot of the time when people be like, I just made a new class, it's just like, this is just Druid. And then they're like, what? Ah, shit. I'm like, yeah. But there are some really cool ones out there.
You know the cherry power up from like Mario 3D Land, where like if you collect it, you have like 2 Marios you control.
Yeah.
A class revolved around the idea of splitting yourself into like multiple people.
Would the child just pop? Yes. If you turn back in while you were in the stomach or intestines of the child, you would pull apart the child.
Level 1. Yeah, just like cloning. I'm not sure what type of like proficiencies they'd have. No, they wouldn't use weapons, they wouldn't use like magic outside of cloning. They'd just clone and just start like fucking pummeling the shit out of people. Just straight up like beating the shit out of
That's
people.
all they do.
Level fucking 20 clone. Just like an army of 20 dudes that are just fucking kicking the shit out of the BBE. Or BBG is a big bad guy. You get to explode your clones at a certain level. It's a banger of an idea. I love that.
The child becomes a skin suit. Well, it depends on the size of you, Herb. Like, if, you know, you're the same... if you're, like, a little bit shorter than the child, yeah. You could wear it as, like, a skin suit.
Wait, hang on. Wait. What? MartosVEVO does not condone making children skin suits. Thank you.
It'd be kind of funny, though.
Do you remember? I remember like hearing about the Mystic, but I never really like dived into it. Do you know like what the Mystic class is?
Yeah, it's more like a psychic, psionic kind of magic.
Oh, okay, I see.
So yeah, it's more like, you know, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's more about like using their mind.
I see. Yeah, I heard they were just fucking broken, so they like never got released, right? Or were they really bad or something? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's all just psi stuff, using the body, the mind, not the body. Damn. Dope as shit. Alright, well, moving on. A race that you would introduce. Again, D&D, so many races. Holy
I mean, I've
shit.
actually made this one. I made it,
really?
and it's a creature that my friends fought one time. It is a possessed lawnmower, and its attacks are based off Pokemon moves.
That is so funny.
I've
Holy
also
shit.
made a magic giant mantis shrimp. That was my main villain that I used. No, not Rotom. Different than Rotom. It looks like a regular, like, red lawnmower. It was at a construction site. Mom knows what I'm talking about. It was possessed by the ghost of, our teacher's brother, but I put him in the campaign. It was a whole thing, okay? Like, Rotom is cool, but this was different than Rotom. He was, like, evil. Well, he wasn't evil, he was just, you know, killed by the Gnome Mafia. Well, did you know, Stu, that sometimes construction sites have grass? And sometimes, if you want to, like, build things, you have to get rid of that grass. Who
This
just
is
thunk
true.
it?
This is true.
Yeah.
Um,
So, sometimes...
thank
So
you for
yeah,
the
I've come up
sub,
with many
Peapod, welcome
interesting
in.
creatures. Hi, Peapod! I've come
Hi.
up with many interesting creatures for my D&D thing. I feel like those could be fun. I also have, there's one, and he's a guy who sells things, but he's actually a pile of rats in a suit, in like a big jacket, and a hat, and like sunglasses, but he's just rats. I call them the downtown rats.
That's a banger of an idea, though. Like, having a race just be comprised of, like, a bunch of different, like, smaller entities. Like, I love the idea of,
Like a pile of rocks.
oh, like a pile of rocks! How would that work if you were, like, a pile of rats in a trench coat, playing as the pile of rocks class? Would just each rat be a rock, I guess? I mean, actually, now that I think about it, it wouldn't be that complicated.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
There's so many like species that are fun to play as, you know, like
Yeah.
I once wanted to play as like a vampire,
Ooh.
but then the campaign didn't end up happening, so I couldn't.
It's fucked up.
But yeah, I think it'd be fun to be able to play as like Each rat becomes a pebble. Exactly. Yeah. The more rats you collect, the more pebbles you have. So the way you level up is you actually collect other rats. So your main goal in the story is to go around finding places with rats to collect. Oh, that'd be so fun.
I
I'd
love
do
that so much. I mean, like, my two ideas for races were actually so similar to that. Like, it's kind of like Warforged, but more like nanomachines, right? So just like
Yeah.
fucking like a million like little homunculi just composed together to make a thing. And I think actually this race already exists. Like a slime race, but like being able
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It already exists.
But it's still fun.
It is still a fun idea. I like the idea of just like getting into legitimately any spot. Just being like bloop, 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 bloop. And Mole Miner, thank you for the subs as well. Peapod, Mole, I appreciate the subs. As always, you guys don't have to sub. The show is free.
No, you actually have to sub, guys. I'm so sorry.
You have to sub? Okay. Well.
Yeah. I say that as if I'm subbed.
Perfect timing for ads. And NG from FTL? Possibly. I don't know what I've come back into, but it sounds banging. We're talking about D&D. Right now, different races that we'd make.
I'd make one where you're like a stick.
Just a stick.
Actually, I did make one where it's just a fork and it floats around in the air.
That's a banger. Like animated fork.
Well, kind of. Well, it was just a regular fork and it got possessed by Dave. So it was just Dave the fork.
Is animated
And
armor?
he showed.
Sorry.
No, it was just like a regular silver fork.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that good quality. He kind of showed them where, like, he actually died.
I see.
It was Dave the Fork, and then he joined them for their journey. So I feel like a fork species could be fun.
Yeah? I mean, like, is there an animated armor species? Or...
Oh yeah, you've got, like, animated armor and, like, flying swords and stuff, but, like, specifically forks, or, like, silverware.
Yeah,
and
hell yeah.
Your, like, sub-races are just the different kinds of silverware.
I'm fucking with the spork sub-race. For me. Spork or the crab fork.
The crab fork?
You know those, like, little tiny forks that you, like, use
Oh!
to pull out the crab meat?
I've never eaten crab, so...
That's fair. You're not missing much. It's okay. It's
I eat crab sticks, but those aren't made with crab, so...
The more you know.
Yeah. So if you have a shellfish allergy, you might be able to eat crab sticks. I just know that it's just a fish paste. It could have other things in it. Maybe I'd make a race that's just people, just regular humans, but they're allergic to shellfish. That's it.
Hell yeah. I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it. Yeah.
But secretly, they turn into a crab on a full moon. Were crabs.
Such a... I love it. Wizards of the Coast, hire our girl Spooky, please.
Yeah, hire me, please.
Okay. The main event. Alright, this is the one I'm really excited about. Character class stat combo. Do you want to start? Or do you want
Alright,
me
you
to
go
start?
first, and I'll tell you if you're wrong.
Okay. I'll start with you.
Okay.
I made a little graphic as well.
Aw.
I went into Hero Forge and I made a mini. Sorry, I'm gonna switch to my game screen. It's loading up now. So, this is
I
how...
didn't make a mini, I made a mini.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I didn't make a mini of me either. I forgot to. So this is how I'd imagine Spooky. as a D&D
Whoa.
character, I immediately envisioned Spooky as elf wizard. My reasoning for this is elves are sort of known for their class, and they're sort of like, I don't know, their nature and their vibe really reminded me of Spooky. And as for, oh wait, I haven't finished this yet, whoops. Okay, moving on. And then as for the character class combo, I haven't finished the proficiencies, but we'll jump over. Yes, okay, I don't care. I've got this sort of spread here. So High Elf Wizard, I went 10 Strength, 10 Dex, and 10 Con. Just sort of like a flat random one. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'd probably tune Con down to 8. Spooky's immune system is... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm disabled, so like,
Yeah.
you know.
Intelligence 16, which is the highest I could put it. Wisdom 13, and I'd increase that to probably 14 by lowering the con. And then charisma I've got as 15.
Really?
Yeah. Positive con is wild. Look, now that I've seen this and I thought about it again, and I'm like, wait, this is just not true.
Yeah, my constitution is dog shit. Except for when I like eat things that I shouldn't eat.
Yeah.
Then it comes in handy.
So that's how I envisioned Spooky. As for proficiencies and stuff, well, I'll have to quickly choose them now. For your background, I went for Sage. And...
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, hey, you be studying, you be knowing things, you be studying things. And I'm like, that's so genius, Martos. You are a smart person for thinking that.
Yes. You study, therefore.
And then as for your proficiencies, let me just, I've been clicking them. Let me just make sure everything is right. Jesus Christ, there's so many languages. You also get the most languages learned. I'm just picking random languages because I'm just totally not
You
sure.
shouldn't have to make a whole character sheet.
I pretty much have. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, here we go. So, proficiencies, animal handling, arcana, history, perception, and persuasion as your proficiencies. How have I done? Spooky.
I think you've actually done really well. I think this is almost perfect. Like, wow. Very good. I'm very impressed.
Well, thank you.
And I'm
Thank
very flattered as well.
you. Thank you. I'm glad. That checks out. I thought so. I thought I did a good job.
Yeah, I was like unsure about the charisma, but if we're looking at it purely from a persuasion point of view, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you're studying to be a lawyer. I mean, you gotta
Yeah,
have
and
the
also
good-
sometimes intimidation.
That's true. Spooky, terrifying, chat. Please help me. I'm kidding. I kid.
Ooh. Alright, what about for yourself? What have you done for yourself? Or do you want me to do you?
Yeah, you can do me first, and then we can like.
Alright. Well, I feel like for you,
mhm.
you would be probably a half elf bard, which I feel like is very stereotypical. You're queer.
Yep, this is true. I'm queer.
I feel like for the character background of all of the ones that D&D like has, you're probably closest to just either like an entertainer or, I mean, I don't really, just like a kind of more simple one.
Yeah.
There isn't really like one to explain that, but just a regular kind of person, you know.
Yeah.
Because you know, you're not like you're not a big studier. You're not a massive person to like go out and I don't know slay dragons to save kingdoms because I mean one those don't exist, but also you're not in the military.
Nope.
You don't really steal, so you wouldn't really be a criminal.
Jesus
You're not.
Christ, Faffy. Sorry.
Oh
Thank
my
you for the
goodness,
sub,
Faffy. You know, you're not really going from place to place. I mean, you do travel sometimes, and you are coming to other, like, you are going to eventually, you know, move. But you're not like going on the move. It's not like you don't have a home, so you're not really an outlander. So, yeah, the closest one would probably be entertainer. Number one admin. Oh, but number two admin can be having ads, Faffy, huh? Number two admin can have ads.
That's kind of fucked up, dude. What the hell? What the hell?
For you, I would say your highest abilities would probably be your charisma would definitely be your highest. Because not only are you a bard, you're also a half elf, so charisma is definitely going to be your highest no matter what. I feel like your strength wouldn't be incredibly high, but your dexterity and constitution would probably be pretty like, good or decent. I'm thinking like somewhere 12 to 14.
Oh yeah, those are my indigenous genes backing me up.
I feel like although your intelligence would be a little lower, your intelligence would probably be again closer to that like maybe 12 mark. Your wisdom would probably be about 13 or 14. I had to pick. Which are like all, so it's all like positives. Like there's nothing that you know you're like shit. You know.
Oh my god! Thank you, Faffy, for the second gifted sub. Much appreciated, my friend.
Also, Faffy, you never responded to my Discord messages. That made me really sad. Anyway.
Faffy, come on, dude.
I feel like for the skills, you would be pretty good at like you'd be probably have performance would be good. Your insight would be good as well. You can generally tell when someone's like pretty upset or if you know there's just something like not quite right. Like you've got a pretty good intuition when it comes to those kinds of things. So I feel like your insight would be pretty decent as well. I also feel like maybe even your survival and or your sleight of hand. I feel like you could maybe sneakily take something. Like you wouldn't, but you could like you could.
I don't know about that.
Not in the way that you're thinking. Not like in like a going to Coles and like stealing juice or something. I'm talking like you're playing a game with friends, right? And you just cheekily go off and do something to the side.
Oh, right.
Which you've done numerous times when we play Baldur's Gate. And I only find out when I hear the combat noises. And I'm like, Miles. I feel like we'd be playing Monopoly and I'd look over and I'd be like, when did you get that building? That's like chained together. Oh my god, epic reference.
Oh my god. Yeah. I apologize, Faffy and Mullins, too.
I would say your perception would be okay. I wouldn't say it'd be amazing because I feel like you're the type to you fall over a bit.
I do.
Like you're not always aware of the environment that much. Sometimes you are, but sometimes you just. I imagine you walking into walls, and I do that too. But like, I do that because you know sometimes my vision goes out, so I can't see, and then all of a sudden I'm walking into a wall, and I'm like, when did that get there? I feel like you do it because you just forget that it's there.
Yep. No, that's true. That is unfortunately.
It's like a video game, and in your brain, the environment hasn't fully rendered yet. Yeah, I think you would be a half-elf bard. I could almost, honestly, and I know this sounds kind of silly, see you as a halfling, which is kind of like a hobbit. And I know that sounds stupid, and I don't know why. But when I think about you, I'm thinking half-elf, you know, human-elf combo. Probably maybe like a half-elf on like, you'd have like a human parent and a half-elf parent, and then you'd be like a half-elf again.
Okay. Hell yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You've pretty much hit the nail on the head. I think you have hit the nail on the head, actually.
You could potentially, I could see you multi-classing into a sorcerer down the road. Not a draconic bloodline one. Maybe like a wild magic, you know. Because I could see that, like, imagine you're doing the D&D equivalent of streaming, and then all of a sudden a bunch of fireworks just go off behind you. Because you got so excited over a kill.
I see
You
that.
can just visualize that.
Oh my god! Jason Black, welcome in with the raid. Can we get a shout out for Jason, please? Or Jack N? How you doing, Jack N? No, you've hit the nail on the head there. I'm not gonna lie. I was debating. And they see. Thank you so much as well for the follow. Dex24. Jason was right. Okay. Like Tony Hawk. That's me, baby. Have you guys heard of me before?
Yes, Tony Hawk.
It's me, Tony Hawk, curator of Tony Hawk, I guess. I don't know. Welcome in, everybody. My name is MartosVEVO. I'm joined with co-host today, Spooky Mulder. Welcome into the weekly, bi-weekly, tri-weekly segment, Spooky X Martos Hour. This episode, we are talking about D&D today. It's me, the real Tony Hawk. And thank you, Jason, for the follow as well. How's your stream, guys? Welcome into you guys. And we've hit our 560 goal. Let's fucking go. How's the stream tonight, gamer? Oh, don't fucking boo me, Dex. What the fuck? You've pretty much hit the nail on the head. I was debating between elf and half elf, mainly because I just like the ideas of elves, right? I fucking just love their whole vibe about them. And I think half elf is a good envisionment. And then I was debating between bard and druid, but druid because I just like fucking being a hobbit outside.
You know who likes special entertainment like that?
It's pretty good.
My mom!
Cause you've just like, cause that's what I do. I'm a streamer. And I have nothing else to input. How did I do now, Spooky? How do you see yourself?
I mean, I think you did, like, exactly the same as what you put me as. I would definitely say the high elf wizard. Every time I've like talked to someone, we've been like, "What do you think you'd be?" You know what they always tell me? They always say, "High elf wizard," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Hell yeah.
Get out of here,
The
bubble
autism.
butt.
You can laugh. It's okay.
It was really good. 4 hours of music and chatting. Hell yeah, dude. Glad to hear.
Oh, speaking of music, stream Stray Kids' new album 8 on all platforms,
You know who likes
including
special
new
entertainment
music
like
video
that?
for Chuk Chuk Boom
My
featuring Ryan Reynolds and
mom.
Hugh Jackman.
Hell yes.
You know, I've never actually seen a Deadpool movie, like, from start to finish,
I mean,
but I'm gonna go watch Deadpool 3.
I mean, it's pretty cool. I like the Deadpool movies.
What I've seen of them I've liked, I've just never sat down and, like, watched from start to finish. I've always, like, come in while someone else is watching it.
Yeah.
But now, because they have a song on the soundtrack, I am legally obligated to go watch it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think, I really enjoyed Deadpool 1 and 2. Really fucking just funny movies. Just extraordinary movies. Not like extraordinary, just funny. I think they're funny. They're funny movies. Sorry, I digress. And Deep, welcome into you. How you doing, Deep? Great to see you in here. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. And then a final topic for discussion. The next D&D update. What's it called? Is it 1 D&D?
It's 1 D&D. So there'll be kind of like a staggered release. So the player's handbook will come out in September. The monster manual, I think, is November. No, is monster manual is no. Dungeon Master's Guide is November. Monster manual is February.
Yeah.
So it's not like a new edition. It's not like 6th edition of D&D. The way they're described is kind of like just a little bit of extra stuff and like changing some mechanics. And you can still play 5e and you can use some of the stuff from 1 D&D. You know, it's not like you have to switch over. It's just like an optional update.
Right. From what I've heard and from my understanding of it, and correct me if I'm wrong, it feels like Hasbro is going in the direction of not releasing a new edition from now on, but like just constantly like a live service, I guess, of the current like D&D like 5th edition, right? Like just constantly giving the current D&D like new updates and stuff instead of making a 6th edition, which personally I don't agree with. And my reasoning is, I think that I think there's like 2 sides to it. Like one side is you've put so much effort into 5th edition with Hasbro. Like Hasbro has put like a fucking library worth of source books, of material, of a bunch of stuff, and potentially releasing a new edition from a business perspective, if they fuck up, nobody buys it, complete waste of time. And that sort of like would be a big problem for them. And I think that's like what a lot of companies are kind of doing, is they're not opting for a model where you release sequels and shit to improve. Like, for example, the Call of Duty model, right? That is an outdated model. That is like, they keep releasing new Call of Duty games, but like, they're just reiterations of the same. Like, they don't improve on anything. They just kind of like, oh, new graphics, ooh, new hyperrealism. But like, it's not really improving anything, right? I feel like I'm rambling, but anyway, I've rambled and I've lost my train of thought now. But on the flip side, I think if you release a 6th edition, you can fix a lot of problems that players are unhappy and unsatisfied with. I think there's like a lot of things that like devoted D&D players from like the 1st edition have seen about like 5th edition that are like, no, this kind of sucks. Like, please improve this or whatever. Like, I think I saw in 1 D&D, didn't they make Ranger objectively worse?
That was, so basically there've been different stages of it because it's been play tested and stuff for years, and I don't think it's, so they've changed a lot in it, especially regarding, it's like one of the big changes, for example, is race.
Yeah.
So it's no longer, so they're no longer called races, they're now called species.
That's fair.
Which they say is because of, you know, prejudice links between fantasy and the real world. And it also makes sense because, you know, you've got people playing as fucking rats.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, that's
this rat race.
fair.
You know? But one of the things with that is, so in D&D you have backgrounds, and they don't usually provide you with a lot of benefits aside from like a couple of things that you can add to your inventory.
Yeah.
But now a lot of the like benefits that you used to get from your race, you'll now be getting from your background. Which I think kind of makes more sense. Like, if you're like, you know, a soldier, you're going to have better proficiencies with some things compared to someone who was like an entertainer. But I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. I know, I think Counterspell is different now.
I see.
so like in it now, I think you have to roll to see if they can power through counterspell. Because one of the things that people complained about is that counterspell was kind of like just an instant block button.
Yeah, I know DMs were
They're
like,
they're
oh,
like,
dude,
it's kind of annoying.
I mean, and it is. I think from both a DM and a player perspective, it's just like a fucking nope. You can't.
You can have good moments with it, but once your spell slots go up for like 3rd level spells, yeah, it can be quite annoying.
Hello, Governor.
what else is
Welcome
there?
into you. I was fired from a job for saying something incredibly embarrassing. Do I dare ask?
Was it cocky want boing boing?
And what have you been up to from the D? We're talking about D&D today. If you're a big D&D player. Sorry,
One
I
of the
cannot
things that
talk.
is
Mhm.
that is exciting is bastions. So now you can create like official home bases for your party, which is something that some people do. But now this includes like you can get special items and you can hire staff and all this other stuff, and you like it becomes rewarded when you're I think like level 5 or 6, and you can issue commands like once a week or so to be like, I want someone to do this at the bastion.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
basically that way, you know, you can, I don't know. I think you can even like revive something. I don't know. I'm excited to see what that's like.
Listen, Governor.
Pushing a mandatory lunchtime requirement.
We like to keep the vibes relatively up. If you need a space to vent your feelings, feel free to join the Discord. We've got a vent channel. We've got a very welcoming community, and I'll have a read of that message afterwards if you need somewhere to place your feelings. I know shit's tough right now, but yeah, feel free to join the community and put all your fucking thoughts in there, my friend.
What else is it? There's a weapon mastery. That's new.
Oh!
So basically, it makes martial characters a lot better. So each weapon will now have like a mastery thing. So like a character who's received like the highest proficiency that they can with that weapon can get like a special action.
Select payment type
that only they can use. So like even though, you know, every character can use a sword, but only those who have like weapon mastery can do like a really cool like cleave ability or something.
Oh, hell yeah. That reminds me instantly of Baldur's Gate 3. I wonder if
Yeah.
that was imported from there. And Harlot, welcome into you. We're talking about D&D. How you doing, Harlot? I love that. I love both of those ideas. I think like a proper like bastion or like a camp setting is fucking awesome. Hello?
I know. I love bases. I love trying to like get people to establish home bases.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about something. Hold on.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
Marshall's felt fucking incredible in
I know. Yeah, Marshall's like
D&D.
fighter goes crazy, and I think it brought a lot more appreciation to fighters in D&D because a lot of people would go for like magic
Yeah.
or like even just paladins. So I'm glad that, you know, martial classes are getting better. And speaking of martial classes, monks are getting an upgrade. They are like getting reworked. So their like damage will be higher. They'll have higher starting dice. They'll get bonuses to things like deflect missiles, you know, and a bunch of other stuff. So monks are basically getting a massive buff,
Yeah.
which is really exciting. And then of course feats are going to be different. So the way that feats work in D&D is once you get to like level 4, you unlock them, and you can choose from a list. And honestly, they're kind of overpowered. Some of them are. And it's really annoying as a DM because someone's just like, I'm going to pick this feat. And you're like, well, I can't say no. Because like,
Yeah.
you're not wrong. You can just choose that.
Oh yeah.
But now it's going to be tied to their background. So depending on your background, that will like determine what feats you can choose from.
Interesting.
And stuff like that, which I think a lot of DMs are going to be very happy about because a lot of the time you will get people who will like pick like the shield master perk, and they can like reduce damage from like a fireball even though they're like, I don't know, a druid or something. Or you've got people who are always like choosing kind of overpowered feats from outside of like core source material.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm excited to see what it looks like. I am going to be buying all the new books, and I'm going to go through them. Whether I'll use them in my current like campaigns, I'm not sure yet. I'll see what's there.
Yeah.
I know that there are I think there are like 3 new subclasses. I know one of them's a barbarian class.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, of course, source material has a share of silly powerful feats. Exactly. There's some silly powerful ones in there. So I think having things... I'm glad that background is more powerful, because that's always been something, that I wished had more oomph to it in the games.
Yeah.
I think there's inspirations changed as well. I think they've added like 20-something new ways you can use inspiration.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Which is really exciting. So, because one of the things, inspiration doesn't stack, so like your bardic inspiration stuff. And then you've also got the inspiration you get from a DM, and that will still be staying. I give that out sometimes. But yeah, new ways to use inspiration will be interesting to see what those are.
Hell yeah. Sharpshooter
Yeah.
and Sentinel were mandatory for respective classes to play optimally. Yeah, no, if you played a ranger or any sort of ranged fighter or rogue, you pretty much just had to pick Sharpshooter, right? Just to get damage. It was, like, I know I was having a really tough time until I picked up that feat. And yeah, I agree with you. I think putting certain feats behind backgrounds is much better, because
it allows for like more story cohesion.
Oh, 100%. Like, oh, I'm a druid that has lived in a sheltered environment all my life, have not been in any wars, started adventuring just now, all of a sudden level 4.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, so like, if you're an entertainer, you're gonna have different options compared to like if you're a soldier, and they'll probably change some background stuff as well.
Yeah.
So there's I'm hesitant, but I am also really excited to see what changes and like what they add.
Oh, 100%. I'm
and I might stay with 5e and not make my players change anything, but I might take elements from 1D&D. Like I might be like, oh, by the way, now you can use inspiration differently, and oh, we might change our feats from now on. So they'll keep because they're level 4 at the moment. They can keep their level 4 ones, but going forward,
Yeah, hell yeah.
once they hit level 8, I don't know. I'm excited to see it. Cautiously optimistic. Because, well, can we trust Wizards of the Coast? No! They suck. They suck arse.
Oh, yeah.
But, sometimes they do good stuff. And I'm like, wow, that was good.
I think it's got to do with Hasbro obtaining it, though, right? Like, Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, it was when Hasbro obtained the rights, it went cray-cray.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Shout out capitalism. Shout out massive fucking multi-corporations. I forgot the word. Something along those lines.
What the fuck was that?
Oh! I've got
What are you, long legs? Oh my god.
No! I've got hiccups and burps, and they hurt what?
Still think you should go to a doctor for that.
Probably. I don't know why. I'm so gassy, chat. It's something. I just be burping.
You should get your microbiome checked out.
My microbiome?
Yep. In your digestive system, you should get a microbiome mapping.
That is a probably good idea. I'm not gonna lie. Well, has anybody else got anything to add? D&D, am I right?
Discussion about D&D.
Spooky could probably answer anything.
Yeah.
We could also do classifications, I guess, on what we think you guys would be. I mean, I already see Mole in the chat. What would you think Mole class, race, stats would be?
Oh, I feel like Mole and I have been over this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Should I just guess?
And we've also been over it. Yeah, I think you should. I want you to take a guess.
Okay. I gotta think about this. Because I haven't known Mole. I'm not as good as friends as Mole as I am with you. I haven't known Mole as long. Okay. It's gonna be really wild, and it's probably gonna be completely wrong. But from the vibes, a gnome artificer. And it's hard to explain, but I feel like you've got the creativity and inventivity of an artificer and a gnome. And as for stats, I'd think strength would be a dumb stat. Intelligence would be max, along with wisdom. Charisma, dex, and con would be your middling stats. And Spooky, tell me how wrong I did.
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Gnome artificer, low strength, high intelligence, wisdom, and then middling charisma, dex, and con.
No.
No. Okay. Well. Once, honestly, big compliment. Well, I'm glad. What is
His
Mole
dex should be
actually?
higher. His dex should be higher.
Okay. His dex should be
You never
higher.
did the school swimming carnivals with moles.
That I did not.
Oh my god. Now those high school swimming carnivals, those were cray. Yeah, so the dex should be higher.
And what's his
Constitution's
class
pretty good. Race. Well, gnome is an interesting choice. I don't see him as a gnome. He could be. I feel like his sister could be. Or a halfling. Oh, she'd be good as a halfling. But I feel like Mole is more like on the elven or human side.
Hell yeah.
Maybe not in a high elf. Maybe closer to like a half elf human wood elf combo.
Yep.
But still with high intelligence. Just because of the added dexterity.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would say highest stat is intelligence, second highest would probably be dexterity, third highest wisdom, then constitution and charisma are really close. And then strength.
Dope. I mean, I haven't really got anything else now. Have you, Spooky?
No, I do not. Now I want to like play Baldur's Gate, but I also want to do campaign stuff. But I don't have any campaign stuff to do, so I kind of want to play Baldur's Gate. Oh my god, you guys want to play Baldur's Gate? I mean, what? We're still streaming.
We're still streaming.
What? Huh?
Thank you guys for joining the Martos X Spooky podcast hour. We've been your host, Martos X Spooky. Thank you for the raid, Jason, and the follows, Dex and Jason, and big thank you for the subs, Peapod Mole, Faffy and Faffy. Much appreciated, much love. We'll be live again tomorrow with a community night. We are going to be playing party games, some board game online, Jackbox, Gardic Phone, as well as I think Among Us was voted, but I'm not sure. Let me double check for you. Yep, and Among Us. Be there, be square. We'll be kicking it off at about 6 or 7. Yeah. Any finishing words, Spooky?
Don't drink pool water because you'll get a stomach ache.
This is true. This is very true. We are going to go raid nobody interesting is live. This really sucks. Sorry, not interesting, more like nobody like that I really like want to raid. Why isn't Waffle live right now? This is fucked up. Oh wait, thoughts on optional
It goes live
rules.
at 7.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, this is fine. Thoughts on optional rules: encumbrance, bonus action potions. I think bonus action potions are so good. Like,
I think bonus action potions are fine, depending on what you do with them. I think encumbrance is good, because otherwise people just carry around stupid stuff.
yeah.
But only to a point. And I think optional rules depends on the rules. I use some optional rules, and sometimes I just ignore things from main rules because I don't like them.
Oh yeah. Oh for sure. Oh for sure. For sure. This is gonna be. Well, see, I don't have anybody I want to raid. Does anybody have suggestions? Because like, my follow list is literally just streamers with
Offline.
like hundreds of views and offline. Like it would. Yeah.
I literally have nothing.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do something that we have never done in a while and just end stream without rating. We have a Discord server. If you'd like to join, feel free to join. Wow, that sucks, dude. That sucks. Otherwise, yeah. Thank you for joining. This has been the Martos X Spooky podcast hour. We've been your hosts, Martos and Spooky. We'll see you all next week, maybe the week after, or the week
Not
after
next
that.
week.
We'll see you the week after that then. Much love. See you guys later.
Bye bye.